Good afternoon, you ruddy lovely people. You are all very welcome along to the Lilywhite YouTube channel. I hope that you're all having a smashing day and start to your week wherever you are in the world and whatever you are planning to get up to. I thought it was going to be a lovely and calm weekend without no Spurs, but no, John Cena turns heel, Trump and Zelensky going at it. I mean, when it comes to level of importance, they rank in that exact order. But look, we do have a big game to preview, a big tie to preview. It's AZ Alkmaar versus Tottenham Hotspur in the Europa League this Thursday, and our season right on these two games against AZ Alkmaar. All our eggs now have to go in that Europa League basket. Out of the FA Cup, out of the Carabao Cup, not going to get Europe in the Premier League. This is all we can achieve, and anything but winning this competition is simply not good enough when you consider how bad our season has been. I've been calling for Ange Postecoglou to go for months now. If we do not win this competition, he will go down as the worst Spurs manager in years. Potentially in the last 30 to 40 years, in all honesty. But despite how bad he's been in the league and FA Cup and Carabao Cup, if we go on to win this competition, he'll be our most successful manager in 30 to 40 years. He would have achieved more than Pochettino did over the course of his whole tenure at Spurs. It really is mad. It really is mad. But look, it's a competition we are capable of winning. I'm looking at some of the other teams in there. I'm looking at the draw. We've got a good run to the final. AZ Alkmaar, they're no mugs, but we beat them quite comfortably in the league phase. You know, we've avoided teams like Galatasaray, who were on the other side of the draw, who we lost to in the groups, like Roma, who we dropped points to in the league phase. Lazio, thankfully, we didn't draw them, you know. Real Sociedad, we didn't draw them when it could have been them instead of AZ Alkmaar. We've got a very winnable tie against Alkmaar and a very, very good run to the final and to that trophy. And all our eggs have to go in this basket. Anything but winning this competition, considering how bad our season has been, is simply unacceptable. We've got a lot of pedigree and history in Europe. We really, really have. We've won this competition twice, made it far in the Champions League, obviously reaching that final, but the last few years, they haven't been it when it comes to Europe. Obviously, our last campaign in the Europa League was the one against Dynamo Zagreb. We beat them 2-0 in that first leg, and then it all went Pete Tong in the second. They demolished us 3-0. The year after, Conference League, yeah, we pulled out of the last game, and if we won that, we would have gone through to the knockouts. But still, we shouldn't have to be relying on that. It's the Conference League. It's the Mickey Mouse Cup, man. Honestly, look at the teams who are winning it. No disrespect. Actually, lots of disrespect. It's not a good competition, and we went out in the groups. And then, obviously, our last campaign in the Champions League made it through the group stages by the skin of our teeth, thanks to Conte, with that win against Marseille. And obviously, the Sporting game probably should have won that. I think VAR didn't do us any favours there. But AC Milan, that 0-0 in that second leg in the round of 16 was pathetic. So, no Europe last season. We need to start, you know, getting far in European competitions again. We need to start winning European competitions and trophies again. And this is a real chance to start. AZ Alkmaar away, obviously it's going to be more difficult at home. The Dutch fans are going to be up for it, but on paper we've got a far better squad than them. In real life, we've got a far better squad than them. In terms of lineup, I want to see our best 11. Vicario starts. For me, Jed Spence has to start. How can you start Pedro Porro in this game after you started him against City and he was being exposed, you know, being exposed every minute that he played in that game by the wingers that they had? And Jed Spence, a few games before, was unreal. Spence has been our best defender the last few months. He has got to start. A centre-back partnership. This is where we don't know. We're hearing that Romero could be back. We're hearing that Mickey could be back. It seems more likely that Romero's fit than Mickey. So what I predict is that we'll see Christian Romero, and I predict that we will see Kevin Danzo next to him. Udogie at left-back. For me, you can't play Udogie and Porro. Going forward, it just doesn't work. Play Spence and one of the other ones. Midfield 3, I want to see James Maddison, but will he start? It'll be interesting to see. I think he should, but I don't think he will. The midfield 3 I think Ange will go with will be Bentancur, Pape Matar, and I think he'll go with Lucas Bergvall. I really, really do. What I would like to see is James Maddison, Archie Gray given a go in the 6, and Rodrigo Bentancur, but we'll wait and see what he goes with. Up top, Matisse Tell doesn't deserve a start in my opinion after his recent performances, so I would like to see Dejan Kulusevski on the right after Johnson's last performance. I would like to see Son on the left, despite the fact I think he's on the decline. He's better than the other options we've got there, like Werner. Odegaard, I wouldn't be too against it. He looked one of the better wingers against Manchester City. He tried to take on his man a few times. I'd love Mikey Moore, but it's not going to happen. So Son, and up top for me, as I say, you know who I want to see? Lancashire. I want to see Lancashire, but it won't be. It won't be. So actually, you know what? Will it be Tell? I don't want to see Tell, though. I don't want to see Tell, so I think he'll put Tell up there. He'll put Tell up there, Son on the left, Kulu on the right. What I would like to see is Son centrally, if he's not going to play Lancashire, Mikey Moore on the left and Dejan Kulusevski on the right. But look, we'll see the lineup that he goes with. This ties massive score prediction. I don't think we're going to get the win in Holland. I think it'll be a draw. I think it'll come down to that second game, and I do expect us to win that at home. But away from home, we've not been very good in Europe and outside of Europe this season. So I'm going for a 2-2 draw. We concede quite a lot. We're still missing players, but I do think we've got enough to score a couple of goals. I do think their crowd will hugely help them. But it's a big game. A win here would be massive. Take it back home. It'd be huge. You never want to be playing away in the second leg. See all these little advantages. Who we've got in the draw. The fact we're away in our first game instead of second. Very winnable competition this season. Very winnable game. And we have to, considering our other league form. Guys, I'm going to make up an iron split. Take care of yourselves. Have a smashing day. Comment down below your score predictions, your lineup prediction. What do you think is going to happen? Our Europa League campaign's been a mixed bag up to this point. We had the lows of Galatasaray, Roma, but we've also had the highs of Hoffenheim and wins against the likes of Karabag and Ferencváros. The massive teams that they are. But look, hopefully we can win. Hopefully we can. Take care. All the best. Have a good one. And as always, Enoch can leave you out. Comedy Spurs.